What's going on, Monster Jam fans, and welcome back to Scissor TV. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're hanging out with us, and I thank you for that. If you want to see some amazing Monster Jam crashing, smashing, freestyling action, you, my friend, have come to the right place. But enough talking. Let's get into the action. So let's get ready to monster! What's going on, Monster Jam fans? And it is an amazing day to be hanging out in Camp Crushmore with the one and only Gravedigger, because today, all the planning and practice and hard work should start to pay off. That's right. Gravedigger and Gravedigger the Legend have put together the ultimate plan to take back the castle from the mad El Toro Loco gang. Right now, Gravedigger is just putting the finishing touches, dotting those I's and crossing those T's with Gravedigger the Legend, and then they're gonna put that plan into action. Look at the leaders meeting right now, going over some last minute things, double checking that everything is good, and all the rest of the Monster Jam heroes know their part to play. Gravedigger the Legend has been working on this day and night to make sure that this plan can be executed flawlessly, and he is off to check a few more things while Gravedigger is going to go to Soldier of Fortune's remote lab here at Camp Crushmore and contact the other Monster Jam heroes and make sure that they're positioned correctly to put this plan into action. Guys, I cannot wait. This is going to go perfectly. I know it. All right, and Gravedigger is going to enter the outpost and start making calls. First one he's checking in on is Zombie, and Zombie looks like he's set up perfectly. He's got that zombie hand antenna ready to go, that huge power source that's going to be instrumental to taking back the castle. Next is son-uva Digger, and he's ensuring the transmitter right here at Camp Crushmore is operating at peak efficiency, because we're gonna need a way to transmit the data to the zombie hand for the plan to work. And of course, yes, right now Gravedigger is talking to Soldier of Fortune, and she's in her lab running the numbers, doing the math, checking the algorithms, and making sure that everything is going to work perfectly when we have that huge transfer of power from the Camp Crushmore transmitter and the zombie hands. I gotta tell you, other than the Legend and Gravedigger himself, no one has worked harder on this plan than Soldier of Fortune. And of course, nobody was going to forget Maximum Destruction, who is set up right outside the wasteland, ready to cause all sorts of mayhem and make the biggest diversion he's ever done. We've relied on Max D to cause all sorts of trouble for the mad El Toro Loco gang and get them to chase him all around the wasteland plenty of times, and he is itching to do it again right now. You can tell he wants to go out there right now, but you gotta wait, Max D. Wait for the signal. And Gravedigger is coming out right now. He says that he has one more thing to check on, and then they're gonna synchronize their watches, and it's Monster Jam Heroes Go, and they are going to take this castle back. I have to tell you all, I have been waiting for this for a long time. It's been so long since Gravedigger and the Monster Jam heroes have been able to go back to their home, and I can't wait for them to be victorious and get back home. All right, this looks like where Gravedigger needs to make his last second calculations, and then he'll give the signal to the Monster Jam. Wait a second. What's Monster Mutt Rottweiler doing? Hey boy, what's going on? Whoa, whoa, he seems really excited. He said there's something he's got to tell Gravedigger that... Wait a second, He's saying that he thinks we need to call the whole operation off? No, that can't be right. What could he need to tell Gravedigger? What could be so important that could stop this mission from going on? Oh my goodness, I guess we're just gonna have to see what he says. Oh, what is going on? Alright, he's going up to Gravedigger right now. He says, calm down, boy. We can't understand you. He says Sparkle Smash just left? He says Sparkle Smash was here at Camp Crushmore and he thinks maybe she got something or left something, but Monster Mutt Rottweiler was able to chase her off and he says she was only here for a short time. Okay, boy, we're coming. He wants to show Gravedigger where she went so maybe they can figure out what happened, and I guess he was so excited he started going the wrong way. All right, I guess Gravedigger's gonna follow Monster Mutt Rottweiler and get to the bottom of what's going on with Sparkle Smash having been here. This just goes to show you how sneaky the crazy creatures and the mad El Toro Loco gang are. The Monster Jam heroes had upped the defenses. We had the rough crowd guarding Camp Crushmore, and I guess he did a good job. They scared her off, but somehow she was still able to get in here. We had the drones, we had the signals, we had the sweepers, we had everything going on, and still, somehow they were able to get in. Guys, you can never underestimate your opponent. You never know what they can do. Alright, so Monster Mutt Rottweiler says that this is where she came, and it's where the scent died off. Gravedigger's going out, and he doesn't see anything besides a rainbow and a dock and some water. There's nothing out here. Do y'all see anything? Do you see? I don't see anything. What could... Monster Mutt Rottweiler must be confused. No, he says he's positive. Not only, he said her smell, the trail ends right there. Well, the first thing Gravedigger says he's got to do is he's got to get a hold of everyone because they're all standing by to go into the castle to get it back. And now with this new information, that plan, as much as it pains him, it's got to be put on hold. Now is not the time to do it. So Gravedigger's gonna go back to the communication center and make the call to the Monster Jam heroes and tell them the mission is off. Alright, it looks like he's gotten a hold of Zombie. Zombie, like a good soldier, doesn't ask questions, he just executes, and he's on his way back. Gravedigger is asking him that when Zombie gets there, he's gonna need him to start searching Camp Crushmore. He's filling them in what Monster Mutt Rottweiler told him, and Zombie is going to use his short-range sensors to see if there's anything that maybe Sparkle Smash left at Camp Crushmore. We can't rule anything out, and we're gonna need all of the Monster Jam heroes to get together to make sure everyone is safe and find out exactly what she was up to. Zombie is almost back to Camp Crushmore. He was the closest Monster Jam hero here, so he should arrive shortly and he'll begin doing his checks and sweeps. And alright, Zombie is back in Camp Crushmore, safe and sound, and is already starting to check around the camp and scan everything. Next up is Soldier of Fortune, and she's got the message, and she knows that she needs to get there to use the long-range sensors and also get a drone up in the air to see if there's anything that maybe the trucks on the ground have missed. Like I said earlier, she was so integral to this plan that she knows that now isn't the time to do it if there's anything they can't account for. And Sparkle Smash being at Camp Crushmore is definitely that. So she is on her way back, and she says, She's saying she's gonna need some help. She's radioing out to son-uva Digger. She says she's going to need him to help get one of her best new prototype drones up in the air to check Camp Crushmore. So right now we've got son-uva Digger going to her mobile lab while she also is on her way there. This is how a good team operates. Gravedigger is putting out what needs to happen, and the Monster Jam heroes make it happen. They talk amongst one another, formulate a plan, and they're making sure they can do it. And yes, Max D has just been notified. He's not happy, but he's on his way back, and nobody has a longer distance to get back to Camp Crushmore than Max D, so he's gonna need to put it into overdrive to get there to also help Zombie sweep everything in Camp Crushmore. Also, it's always good to have a hyped up Max D on your team not too far away. There's not many monster trucks that can stand up to Max D, and Gravedigger and the rest of the Monster Jam heroes know it. Shoot, even the Mad El Toro Loco gang knows that. Nobody wants to mess with Max D, and that's why he's such an important and valuable member of the team. And Max D is kicking it into overdrive. As you can see, he's already made it to the Highlands and is almost through there. He still has to finish going through the Highlands, get through Bark Park, and then he'll be in Camp Crushmore with the rest of the team. Another great thing about Max D, he's done so many roving patrols that he knows the entire area like the back of one of his big old BKT tires. He can maneuver and move around quicker than any of the Monster Jam heroes. He knows every single shortcut, every tunnel, every cave. He can go from point A to point B faster than anyone. And it looks like Max D is almost here to Bark Park, and then it's a straight shot to Camp Crushmore. Let's get back and check on Zombie and see how he's doing with his sensor sweeps. Zombie is going all around Camp Crushmore, trying to stick to the east side. They've broken Camp Crushmore up into quadrants so they can ensure that they check all of it and nobody checks the same thing 2 or 3 times. The last thing the Monster Jam heroes want to do is accidentally leave part of the camp unscanned. So Zombie is making sure he is doing his part, and so far is not picking anything up. Which is a good thing, but also a little worrisome, because you know Sparkle Smash did something, so we have to figure out what it is. Zombie is nearing the end of his scans and so far still doesn't have anything. He's double and triple checked all his sensors and made sure that they are all operating at peak proficiency. Everything is A-OK, 5x5, 100 in Zombie's truck, and he knows that it's working right, so if they're not picking anything up, that means there's nothing to pick up. Now, this is the area that Monster Mutt Rottweiler said Sparkle Smash was in quite a bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does pick up something here. Let's see. Zombie says that he's still not getting anything. And that pretty much finishes up for Zombie's quadrant. He says he's gonna keep on checking because you can never be too sure, but as far as he's concerned, he can't find anything there. Maybe someone else will have better luck in another part of Camp Crushmore. And here comes Max D, who can help sweep the rest of Camp Crushmore, just now leaving Bark Park, and as you can see, he's immediately going to the other side. And he has all of his sensors working, and he ran a diagnostics. Max D ain't no slouch. Just because he's brawn doesn't mean he doesn't have brains. And he says yes, everything is working perfectly. The system that Soldier of Fortune put in his truck is very user-friendly, and he says it's working as best as it can. So far, nothing, but Max D is going to keep on checking. He's not going to rest until they have searched and scanned every square inch of Camp Crushmore and they figure out what Sparkle Smash was up to. Guys, I find it really curious that so far neither Zombie or Max D have come up with anything on their sensors. It really makes me uneasy that the Monster Jam heroes haven't been able to figure out what Sparkle Smash was doing there. Max D is checking every nook and every cranny, and he isn't gonna let a square inch not get searched as he drives around and scans all of Camp Crushmore. And Max D is saying that's it for his quadrant. Basically, between him and Zombie, they have scanned almost all of Camp Crushmore, and now it's gonna be up to Soldier of Fortune and son-uva Digger to see if there's anything they may have possibly missed or could only see from the air. And speaking of, son-uva Digger is making his way down to Soldier of Fortune's workshop. She says she's there and she's ready, but she needs his help. What she says she's gonna need him to do is to take some equipment up to the crow's nest. Now that's where Stone Crusher and Mohawk Warrior usually sit to keep an eye on everything that's going on. She needs him to take it up there and to be able to launch the actual drone because this is a new prototype, one that hasn't been used before and requires a little bit more fine-tuning and working. She says that she's gonna have to also go to the other side of Camp Crushmore to set up a receiver to make sure they don't lose link, and then she'll be able to pilot it. Alright, and the two Monster Jam heroes have met up, and Soldier of Fortune is just going over the details with him and making sure he understands what's going to happen and has all the equipment. Okay, it looks like the plan has been set, and she has gone off to the other side of Camp Crushmore to set up her piece, and he is going to go to the crow's nest where he can launch the brand new drone. Up here, like I said, is typically where either Mohawk Warrior or Stone Crusher would be, the crow's nest as they've come to call it, where they keep an eye on everything. Right now, both of those Monster Jam heroes are out doing a secret mission for Gravedigger, and that's why it's unoccupied. Alright, and son-uva Digger has launched it, and now he is going back to the workshop to make sure everything went well between Soldier of Fortune. Alright, and here we are approaching Soldier of Fortune. What? What is this? She said it was new, but So apparently she's able to see everything in the drone in her clear monster truck right now. She's seeing it. She's calling it a glass cockpit, a hologram in front of her, and she can see everything the drone is seeing right now and fly it just as if she was inside of it. That's amazing. She's also able to relay everything she sees and all the data right to son-uva Digger, and he's gonna take it to Gravedigger right now. She says she's found out something interesting and she knows what Sparkle Smash did. And here comes son-uva Digger about to relay that news to Gravedigger. So according to Soldier of Fortune, the reason they can't find anything that Sparkle Smash left is because she didn't. She took something. It was something she left here when the crazy creatures used to run Camp Crushmore. He says there was a rainbow bridge back there that she used to teleport over Camp Crushmore and retrieve something, but they don't know what. All Soldier of Fortune can say is that it's very powerful and that its power levels are over 9,000. Guys, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this power source could be used for, and neither does Gravedigger. That rainbow. It was a rainbow road. That's how she got out of here. That's how she retrieved it. Gravedigger says it all makes sense now, but at the same time it doesn't. Guys, there's so many unanswered questions. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. I thought we were gonna take back the castle today. Sometimes you just have to be patient. It's best to wait until you know you're going to succeed rather than to run off unprepared and fail. And that's the mark of a good leader. Gravedigger knows that now isn't the time. So now we have to figure out what Sparkle Smash got and what she intends to use it for. Just a lot to figure out. But until we figure it out, or if you figure it out, let me know in the comments below, and I will relay that to Gravedigger and the rest of the Monster Jam heroes. I want to give a big shout out to Ace. Thanks for being part of the team, and Gravedigger told me personally to thank you for everything you're doing in watching the videos and helping him. Guys, it's been great. It was great to be back with Gravedigger, that's for sure. A little disappointing how it ended, but you know what? Sometimes we don't get what we want, and how we deal with those disappointments shows others who we truly are. So until next time, guys, I need you to do two things. Number one, be good to one another, and number two, always treat others the way you would want to be treated. So until next time, we